And I don't know who's running the federal government these days, Joe Biden or Prince John Prince John, but they're taxing us into poverty.
That was Representative Lauren Boebert having a bit of a problem with speaking and creating an analogy. So, no, this was a discussion, during a discussion on Fox News over gas prices and taxation, apparently. Now, that's hilarious because it kind of reminds me of the Republican tax plan from Rick Scott. So I talked about this yesterday in the show. Rick Scott's plan would literally raise taxes, specifically on poor people, while, of course, leaving rich people alone. And so, okay, sure, it doesn't seem to be the Democrats or Joe Biden that wants to tax the crap out of working people, out of the poor. But anyway, she then wonders, who's running the government? Who's running the government? Well, that would be Congress, along with the President of the United States. You know, who's a member of Congress? Who is a member of Congress? Well, it happens to be Lauren Boebert. And so, do you know what Lauren Boebert hasn't done while being in office? Anything. Lauren Boebert hasn't passed anything. She hasn't helped the passage of any bill that would actually help the American people. Now, she has introduced a lot of bullshit. For example, one of her bills that she had introduced into Congress would designate Antifa as a terrorist organization. Yes, because that should be the focus right now. Well, there's another one. Impeaching Kamala Harris. Oh, yeah, okay. Stopping the Biden caravan, the Joe Biden caravan. What caravan? I'm not kidding. These are actual bills that she has introduced into Congress. She has also introduced the Stop AOC Act. Really? Her whole legislative agenda is nothing but culture war garbage. Garbage. Nothing that she has introduced would actually help the average working class American whatsoever. In fact, when it comes to things that actually might help you, you know, improve your material conditions, like, for example, Build Back Better. Well, she had joined the 211 other Republicans that voted against Build Back Better in the House. Now, it passed the House, but it's stuck in the Senate. It ain't going anywhere. It's effectively dead. With no help, of course, from Republicans in the Senate, as well as Lauren Boebert. So it's almost as if Lauren Boebert is just worthless and doesn't actually do anything. Like, her entire job is to troll Democrats and to try to get wealthy while doing so. As for Prince John, no, so I'm trying to figure out what kind of reference she was trying to make. The only thing that I can think of is Robin Hood, right? Where John apparently was part of the group that was robbing the poor to give it to the rich. Hey, you know what that sounds like? The Republican Party. Their constant upward redistribution of wealth to the rich and corporations. That's very strange. And by the way, it's not just Republicans. You have corporate Democrats that do the same thing. But, you know, I mean, she's the last one to try to complain about this when she's absolutely done nothing. Nothing. Now, one last point here. And I just want to note it for the record, because this is a point that Republicans tend to bring up a lot. President Joe Biden has some issues with stuttering, right? He's got some issues with stuttering. He's got some issues with speaking, messes up his words, you know. And now in the right-wing mind, that somehow proves that he is not mentally fit for office due to his age. Well, okay, Joe Biden is an older gentleman, of course, but what's Lauren Boebert's excuse then?